Hello everyone, Danielle here with Blooming Heart Shop. In this video, I will show you how to wire wrap a briolette to make a pendant necklace. If you haven't checked out my other videos on tools and techniques, I suggest that you do that before jumping into this project. In another video, I show you how to use a closed loop technique to make a simple pendant necklace. This is going to be the next level up, taking a briolette and wire wrapping it. You're going to need a few tools for this project: flush cutters, chain nose pliers, bent nose pliers, and round nose pliers. You will need your briolette that you're going to be wire wrapping. I have this beautiful dark green charoite pendant that I'm going to wire wrap it down and make it into a nice elegant necklace. You will also need a chain. I suggest that you get something that is sweat and water proof. This is 14 karat gold filled chain here. This won't tarnish. It will last. And when you're wire wrapping something, you want to put it on something that's going to last and be just as elegant as that wire wrap. We've got that. And you're also going to need your wire. I use gold filled wire from mine. There we go. I'm going to be using a 22 gauge on that. The gauge is the thickness of the wire. Depending on how chunky you want that wrap to be, that's how you can choose your wire gauge. I'm going to use 22 gauge. Not too small, not too large, just right. All right, let's get started. Take about 10 inches of this wire. Going to thread it onto my briolette and leave about 2 inches on one side, and I've got the rest on the other. The shorter side is going to be the loop end, and then all of this is going to be the wire that you're using for the wrap. I'm going to take that shorter side and bend it flat up against all the way up to the top there. There we go, right up to that point. I'm going to take the other side and bend it the same, flat up against that stone right there. So I've got those 2 wires crisscrossed. I'm going to try to keep them as close together as possible as well. So now we have, again, this is going to create the loop at the top, and this is my wrap end. I'm going to take my chain nose pliers, and I'm going to have that loop wrap, that loop wire here at the front. I'm going to take it and I'm going to give it a bend and make it straight up and down with that point on that briolette. Like that. That's going to create my loop. Now, turning it around and over again, I have my chain nose pliers, and now I have my wire wrapping wire at the front. I'm going to give that wire wrapping wire a little bend to make it more horizontal and easier for me to start that wrap. So now I've got my loop wire here at the top and my wrap wire going horizontally. Here's where patience and time come into play. Take your time and don't lose patience. You're going to take that wrapping wire and wrap it as close and as tightly as you can to that loop wire. And you're going to work your way down the briolette all the way. You try to follow the loops and go right under each one. To start it off, you might need to tighten up those loops, those wraps, get those bent nose pliers and give it a little bit of a pinch, and it will give it a nice closeness. Tuck it in there. Oops, there we go. I'm going to continue wrapping down. I hold the stone and I follow that wrap down. There we go. Give it a little bit of a pinch and a squeeze just to kind of get it closer to that stone. There we go. Keep wrapping it down. Patience. Take your time. Giving it a little pinch and a squeeze. And here's where your artistic flair comes in. You could stop here and have it be a very short wire wrap, or you can continue down as long as you have, I guess, enough tail. And you could wrap it until there's no more of the wires showing where it goes into that hole. I'm going to leave a little bit of it showing. Make sure that loop wire is nice and straight too. So I'm going to just go one more time around, and when I get to the back side, I'm going to call this my back side. When I get to the back side of this last loop, instead of going all the way here to the end towards the middle, I bring it up. See, I'm bringing it up right there, and I come to the top, and I'm just going to give it a real quick little wrap to make sure that it's nice and secure at the top. Maybe a one wrap around. Take those flush cutters and give it a little snip. Cut out the rest of that tail. Grab my bent nose pliers and squeeze that down. Make sure that it's nice and firm on there. And there we have the back side. You can see it's got that wire on the back side where I came up with the wrap, and the front side all beautifully wrapped. Now I make the loop at the top. From that same video you've seen before, making the loop, we take that chain nose pliers and we're going to make a 90-degree bend. Round nose pliers right there in the armpit, depending on how big you want that loop to be, where you hold with the pliers. I'm going to go right about here. I'm going to bend this around the pliers, readjusting until I can make a loop all the way to the top, finished loop. Here's where I'm going to attach it to the chain. I open up that loop and attach that chain on there, slide it on there nice and easy. I'll be able to use my fingernails to close that loop, pinch it closed very easily. I will take my bent nose pliers and hold the loop nice and firmly while I take my chain nose pliers and wrap that around, finishing that off. Flush cutters to snip the end. Let's make sure everything is nice and flat, not poking up. Give it a good little pinch. There we go. And there you have it. That wire wrapped Briolette pendant necklace. In another video, I will show you how to use this same technique to make earrings, wire wrapped Briolette earrings of different sizes and shapes, using different wires as well. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you find it useful. Please like the video and comment. Subscribe to my channel to be up to date with any new videos that I make. And don't forget to bloom, babe.